Okay. Have you ever had questions about taking a spin or cycling class? I've actually had a lot of people reach out to me and ask me just a bunch of different questions about spin. So here are the top 5 spin or cycling class myths that I've heard, the top 5 questions that I am asked about spin. Starting from the 5th most common myth that I've heard, spin is only good for your legs. Wrong. It is a full body workout. So if you're doing it correctly and you are being coached correctly, not only are you working your legs, you're working your core, you're working your arms, you're working your back, everything. You should never just feel it in your legs. Now that is not to say that your legs won't feel it. They definitely will, but you should be working your entire body. Number 4, a spin is the same as riding a bike outside.
Wrong-o.
You are sitting on a bike for 45 minutes to an hour in a spin class. It is not the same as a road bike. It may look similar, but it's constructed entirely differently. So in a road bike, typically you are up on your handlebars, you are pushing out of the saddle, especially if you're pushing up a hill. On a spin bike or a cycling bike in a cycling class, you are pushed all the way back over the seat. You are engaging your core the entire time, and you should never be pushed up on your handlebars. So there is a significant difference in how you ride. The 3rd most common myth I hear about taking a spin class or taking a cycling class is that it is too intense. Now, here's the thing. It can be intense. I am here to push you a little bit further than you'd like. I want you to walk out of class feeling like you've accomplished something, like you've done something you've never done before. But with that being said, you have the capability and the ability to sit down and take a break. If you feel like you don't want to be pushed as much, if you feel like you want to be able to fill the class out and get an idea of how much you want to push yourself, I would suggest that you don't put yourself in the front row. That is where the intensity can come into play. If you have a group of riders who are in the front row and it's a 30-person class, of course the instructor is going to ask that front row that everyone else is following to push themselves a little bit more. That's only common sense, right? If someone's behind you, they should be aspiring to the person in front of them. If you're not ready to be watched and to be pushed that much, sit further back, and that is absolutely okay until you feel comfortable enough to pull yourself up to the front row. It is up to you to know your body and to be able to discern whether you are working too hard or if you are not working hard enough. So don't feel as though just because you see people leaving spin class drenched and looking like they just had their life handed to them, don't let that scare you away. That is the point, and that is why you show up to any workout class. If you're going to a workout class and you don't leave feeling a little bit more pushed, why are you there?
Major key alert.
The 2nd most common spin myth, number 2, is that you can't ride or you can't do the workout because either A, you have bad knees, or you may have a bad back, or you may have a bad hip. If you are in a class where your knees are hurting, A, you are either riding too far forward, you're putting all of the weight in your upper body and in your legs in the front, and B, your instructor is not doing their job and they are not coaching you properly. Your instructor should be able to eyeball it and tell you directly, hey, get out of your arms, get away from your handlebars, get low over your seats. Your core should be engaged, your chest should be up, your butt should be all the way back over that saddle. In addition, your heels should be down. It is a lot to remember, and again, it goes back to being coached. If you're coached enough, your body will go on autopilot and it'll become second nature. The most common and the most annoying spin myth that I hear is that it makes your legs bulky. This is false.
Stop it. Get some help.
The only way that your body is going to bulk up is if you are solely lifting weights but not doing any cardio. it should be high intensity interval training. The reason that an endurance cyclist may have bulkier legs and outdoor cyclists is because they are typically riding up a hill for extended periods of time. You are working your body by bringing your heart rate up and then down and then up and then down. So you're doing cardio as well as doing a lot of core work and weights and heavy lifting. But then we take the resistance down and we do a lot of fast, intense stuff too. The only way you're bulking up is if you are riding at the highest intensity the entire class. Okay, so hopefully I was able to answer any questions that you might have, or at least the top 5 questions. If you have any more, please let me know. Feel free to leave a comment below. I will get to answer it as quickly as I can. Reach out to me on Instagram, on Facebook. I'd love to have you guys in class if you are in the LA area, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like the video. All of the stuff that you need to know is right there, right here. Wait, right here, somewhere right in there. And then I will talk to you guys soon.
I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. We go to court, we gon' plead the film. I know the judge, I'm a